Hello there. So we are going to talk about reviewing the coordinate plane, and the coordinate plane is this guy. So just a super quick reminder about some things. Remember that the x-axis goes horizontally, left and right. The y-axis goes vertically, up and down. And I remember, if you don't have anything in your notes, the y-axis goes up and down because a yo-yo goes up and down, literally on your finger, right? Up and down, yo-yo, y-axis goes up and down. And we label a point by a combination of an x and a y coordinate, and they're alphabetical, x comma y. They're always in a set of parentheses. And let's see, a couple things that we should know. So we should know that this point right in the center is the point 0, 0, and it's called the origin. And then the x-axis goes positively to the right and negatively to the left, right? So this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. They're not all labeled on here, -6. The evens are labeled, the odds are not. So just like a number line. And then in the positive direction, you have 0 as the origin, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it would go on, so on and so forth. And then the y is similar. It goes positively up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and negatively down, starting at 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, and -10, right? So if I had some point 3, -5, that means I'm going to go in the x direction 3 units, so that would be to the right. And then I'm going to go in the y direction -5, and y is always up and down, so because it's negative, I would go down. So I'm going to go to the right 3 units. I'll do this in blue. To the right 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a combination of those movements, right? 3 this way, and then 5 this way, and 1 point goes at the bottom of those 2 units. It's not 3 units, put a point, 5 units, put a point. There's only 1 point when you plot a point. So if I were to plot the point -1, +6, I would go -1 in the x direction and then +6 in the y direction. So over to the left one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 1 point would go left 1, up 6, and that would be the point -1, 6, right? So for those of you that are comfortable with that, great. For those of you that need to review that, that's what this assignment's all about. So here's what you're going to see. You're going to see a problem where you're going to be given 5 points and you need to plot them. So you're going to plot and label. So I'm going to do these all in different colors. So I'm going to do B, -4, -2. Over to the left, -4, down, -2. I'm going to put a point and I'm going to label it B. And then I'm going to do my next one. C is going to be over to the right 2, up 9. So that guy's going to go here, and I'm going to put a C. And then I'm going to go D, -7, +3. So I'm going to go left -7, and then up 1, 2, 3. There's my point, and I'm going to put a D. And then I'm going to go E is -7, +4. So I'm still at -7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So those points aren't very far apart. And that's E. And this is why you're going to label these. And then F is going to be -1, -5. So -1, +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's point F. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for when you do that assignment. So you have a bunch that look like that, and you're just pointing, plotting, and labeling. And it'd be lovely if you do them in different colors. Don't forget to label the points. If I don't see letters on your graph, I'm not going to give you full credit for that. Okay, not just points, letters too. And then you're going to be given the graph with letters, and you have to plot the points. So I'm going to go D, E, F, G, H, D, E, F, G, H. These are all in parentheses because they're ordered pairs. You must put yours in ordered pairs as well. And then D is over 9, up 5. E is -3, up 1, up 1. F is over -8, up 4. G is over -7 and up 8. And H is over -8 and then down -5. Okay? So these must be enclosed in ordered pair, or must be enclosed in parentheses. All right. When we do this, you're going to have something on varsity that's going to be very similar. And when you do that assignment, you're going to need to make sure that those are in there as well. So let me take you to that first varsity assignment and show you what that's going to look like. So we're going to log in here real quick. Conceptual Algebra 2. And this is the first one that we're going to do, this review of the coordinate plane. Let's take a real quick look at what these guys are going to look like. I'm going to go to teacher preview. So first, you're just going to plot all the points. You're just going to click on a dot, and you're just going to go, let's see, 4, 3. So 4, 1, 2, 3. Click your mouse, plot a point. -4, -3. Over -4, 1, 2, 3. Click your mouse, plot a point. So you're going to click all of those before you hit submit a question. Okay, so that one's the same. This one, it's giving you a dot, saying give me the coordinates. Make sure when you do that, that it's this one, that it's in a set of parentheses. So you can either choose your parentheses from the equation editor, or you can type them in. Okay, so that would be 1, 5. Next, give it a point. This one, which of the following tables could provide the equation? Well, that means which X and Y actually makes this a true statement for every one of those. So you're going to have to do a little bit of guess and check. You could plug them in and see, or you can take another route. Now here, remember that, let's see, can I write on this? Okay, so I'm going to take a picture of this really quick. Let me go get, actually, I think it'll put it on a new screen for me so you can see the process of how this all works. Oops, not that guy, this guy. Okay, we're going to take a picture. All right, so we're going to go back here. All right, it took and plopped that on a new page. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so do you recall when we're talking about graphing, let's lock this on here, that when these are in the form y equals mx plus b. I don't know if you remember, but the m is the slope and the b is the y-intercept. And so here, I think for most of these, remember that slope is rise over run. So that's a fraction. In this case, they're all 3, so they're 3 over 1. So you're going to rise up 3, run 1. But the b is the y-intercept. So here we have a y-intercept of -1. So we're just going to look at where does the graph cross the y-axis? Well, the y-axis is your up and down one. So this one crosses at -1. So that's going to be our graph C. This one crosses at 0. So that's going to be this one because there is no B. So that's going to be our A graph. And the one at the bottom should cross at -4 because that's the last one that's left over. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you have multiple choice and they all look really similar to each other, you can tell which one's which just by looking at their y-intercept, right? The y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. We're going to talk more about that in the next couple of videos, but let's go back to this varsity assignment. So you're just going to match. Okay, same thing here. It's exactly the same. Those ones are similar. They have the same slope. And then here, use the intercept to sketch the graph. So you need to know a little bit. We'll talk more in detail when we get to that, but I want to make sure that you know exactly how to work that out. Okay? Alrighty. Toodaloo for now.